Hello, most definitely welcome again to another exciting edition of the program. This is the Counter Diary. Counter Diary, we are telling the untold stories of Liberia. Guess what? I'm in Zoza, LOFA County. Some of you from Zoza, you don't even know what is Zoza. So today edition, I'm going somewhere to speak to someone who is knowledgeable about this town, and we'll be getting the history of the town, the people, the meaning. So stay tuned as we get out there to show you what is Zoza. All right, so keep watching.
I want to chase. I agree. But you, I said I agree. How you coming home?
I never teaching chess.
You will get a chess very soon.
We're crossing. All right, so I got down from the car because I want to get to a place. I didn't know that there's a place called Zorzor Quarter in Zoza. So let's go there where we will meet someone I call a historian, you know. We're from LOFA, but there are people who know LOFA more than us. So let's get to them. Well, we're going between here? Okay guys, so like I was telling you guys, I didn't know there's a place in Zoza called the Zorzor Quarter. So you can talk about the history of this area without coming to the area that, you know, that it all started. So I know some of us, we're from LOFA County, we always want to know where we come from and how our people got here. So I have somebody here that's gonna be talking to us. And how are you, sir?
Hi, how are you, brother?
Great, so my name is Koti. I mean, to real Loma, Koti.
My name is David K. Jr.
Okay.
David Kurubozomokwe was a doing.
No. Nah, but I got easy.
Okay.
All right, so we are here, and the reason we are here is that I want to know what is the meaning of Zoza, how Zoza started, and I'm sure those of you watching, you guys are also interested. You want to know exactly how it all started. So we'll be talking to a historian. A son of Zoza, already Zizi, you know, Zizi. Fortunately for him, you seem I can also call Zizi. You know, they call me Zizi as well.
Okay. Come on, Mr. Now I'm calling Loma Doma.
Doma, okay, I got Doma.
We got a similar name.
Yeah, my uncle called me Zizi. I always tell you call me Zizi. So let's go into it. Let's come closer a little bit. That camera come closer. So let's go then. Let's begin with the meaning of Zoza.
Thank you. I must tell you that I'm grateful to have you here today. And I am a nephew of this quarter.
Okay.
And this is the house of my family.
Okay.
And this is a great house in this area.
Okay, let's go closer.
It's a great house in this area.
What makes it a great house?
This house is used for a lot of traditional practices.
Okay.
Whenever it commences.
Okay.
And perhaps when the women are going in the sunny, we keep them before in the biggest part of this house, as we were told by our ancestors,
okay,
told our great parents, and our grandparents told our parents,
okay,
and they are passed to us. And then, firstly, this is Zoza Quarter,
okay,
where we are. The tree you find here, this is Zoza.
The tree is Zoza.
This is Zoza. The entire time here, they say Zoza, Zoza, Zoza. You've been hearing they say Zoza quarter in Zoza, Zoza. This is Zoza.
So is the tree named Zoza?
No, this tree name is not Zoza, but I'm telling you about here is Zoza.
All right, so that means that we are getting to the root of the meaning of Zoza. So what's the meaning of Zoza?
The meaning of Zoza is to hold.
To hold together?
Yeah, to hold together.
Okay.
You know, and in English, you got names that are synonymous.
Okay.
You got synonyms, you got homonyms.
Okay.
You got words that are pronounced the same, but they are different in meaning and spelling. Like for typical example, you get the past tense for it,
Okay.
and you got the number 8, right?
Yeah, the
so it's the same as in the trap, in the dialect.
Okay.
We get Zorzor, which means to bull. We get Zoza, which means to hold. Yeah. We get Zorzor, which means to disgrace. But that particular town name is to hold.
Zoza.
Zoza.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then why was that name Zoza?
Okay. You know, that time, 6 quarters, 6 villages came together to hold in this town. That town was firstly built up there where they got the former concern office,
okay,
where they had the former IRC office up there to the hospital
around
side
the current hospital?
Very good. When you pass by the current hospital in Clemna Hill, or there where they got the FE,
okay,
the former FE, adjacent the FE, there where they had the first Zorzor called Zorzor Puriga.
Zorzor Puriga.
Yeah, there where they had Zorzor first.
Okay.
Yeah, but because of extension, the town had to move to this level because that place couldn't have incorporated all of our people.
All of the 6 villages.
Yes. And then this time was named after a warrior.
Okay.
Zozogwala.
Zozogwala.
Yeah.
Zozogwala.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zozogwala.
That was the name of the warrior that this time was named after. Zozogwala. Okay. You know, Zozogwala was a great warrior.
Okay.
Yeah. And the town was built up there. And Zozogwala, as we have been told by our ancestors or our grandparents, Zozogwala came from, he was a nephew from Yela.
Okay, so he migrated from Yela?
Yeah, he was a nephew from Yela.
Okay.
You know, Yela is the Yela is a key point when it comes to this place because settlement begin from upside there coming. Yeah, this is Gizima.
Okay.
This part of the Loma people that here we are from Gizima, and then you know our tradition even up to now our tradition crossed from Guinea coming to Liberia.
Okay.
And the way tradition settle is the same way when it comes to governmental affairs that we are divided. But when it comes to tradition, we stay whole on one another.
So you say the Zoza was named after a man named Zozogwala.
Yeah, a warrior named Zozogwala, a hunter.
A hunter named Zozogwala.
Yeah.
So where he came from before he got there?
Zozogwala was a nephew for Yela, and Yela is a key town of this place. As you say, people say Yela ve Purua.
Okay.
People say Yela ve Purua because there's something our people call the Kokologi.
Kokologi.
That's
Kokologi that from the opinion of is it the one from the tree?
The Kokologi is the root of the tradition.
Yeah, okay, the root.
And that was brought because they had to hold together. You know, and for every union, there should be an agreement. You understand it? And there where they're using, you know, they use their own self to have their negotiation whenever there is a conflict.
Okay.
They use the means of that to settle their conflicts.
So now we know that this place was named after Zozogwala, and there was 6 villages that came together to form this place.
Yes.
And named it after the warrior. Then we want to know, do you have any idea as to which year this place was established?
Well, all of these places were established after the settlement from the savannah.
Okay.
Okay. Our people don't really know the actual year because they were not, you know, letter. But they have villages around here. Okay. Yeah. But up there was first established, and when the car road passes through here, our people had to leave from up there. As I told you, they came here. And the 6 villages that were here, and those villages are, there you got Zorzor quarter.
Okay.
Where Zorzor got himself from.
Okay.
There you got Palaga.
Which side we got the Palaga?
Palaga is right down here.
On the yellow road?
Yes. Yeah, you go to the middle where we park the car.
Okay.
Okay, back there is Palaga. Then from Palaga you got Yeni. From Yeni you get Pana. Pana Quizi, you got Yeni Quarter, you get Pana Quarter. From there you got Golo. And you got Zayema. And Zayema, the name Zayema was first called Zayema, which means people who one crack, other of them have to go there. Even if it will.
You talk about, I think Gwe like the
Golo,
cotton
it's a cotton tree.
Cotton tree, yeah.
And the people from Golo are also a nephew from Yela.
Okay.
Back in the settle. So because you go to Yela, you will find Golo Quarter.
And when you go to my own area, they say when you say go on,
Go
but you see, they are interrelated.
Yeah.
But then I'm sure, but before you go on set, there were people who sacrificed for this town.
Yeah.
Before the 6 villages would come together, were there conflict among them?
No, there was no conflict. You know, there was a war that took the region. Our people call it on Wonwonkwe. In English, you call it the Wonos. Okay. The Wonos were people living in the forest here before the coming of our people from Mali.
Okay.
Yeah, they migrated and settled into Musadu. From Musadu, settlement started, and people started to spread. You know, Loma got about 11 classical tons. Yeah, starting from Guinea, 11 classical tons. Different settlement of Loma. Here are the Giziman people. These people are nephew in most cases.
So the 6 villages were all Giziman people?
Those 6 villages came from different places and were settled, right? These people come from Sodepoka, all of them settled. But what happened now was that particular war was a war that our people fought here before, because those were Christians that living in the forest.
They were giants.
They were giants. In the morning, what you call them giants. They were not human beings and they were not animals. They were like 9 feet tall. Their tar was like their arm was like a tar of a green man like me. Their hairs flow from their head all to their back because the uses of blade was unknown to them. Okay. Their eye was like a fruit, as they are described. And it's like they practice cannibalism because at that time they never lay eye on the normal human being like us because life was in the savannah. So when our people managed to settle in these places, those people were mainly situating in that Vonjama region where they call Biti Jama. Yeah, in a mountain called the Wunsava. And yeah, where the man who the founder of the Loma people. The Loma tribe was existing.
We'll come to that part. I just want to know about Zoza first.
So, and all of those people, you know, as settlement began, after the first settlement, all of them came. So those 6 villages, all of them were running away from that particular war and they came to settle. And later they all agreed that they should come and make a village.
All right, so keep watching us. We stay here in Zoza, LOFA County. We want to know the history of this area. We're taking a break. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back, and I know now that you know that the history, if you were just joining us, these are things that you should know. Zorzor was named after
Zorzor.
Zorzor. What's the meaning of Zorzor?
The meaning of Zorzor is to hold together.
Okay, to hold together. And then there are 6 villages that founded Zorzor. And they name it after a hunter, which is Zorzor.
No, so those 6 villages came.
Yeah.
But it was Zorzor who was a hunter and a nephew to the Yela people.
He brought all the other people around him.
He founded the town, and other people came, and all of them agreed to settle together.
All right, so, but some of these places we go to, do we have his grave around?
Those were highly historical and traditional people that you don't just
disclose their grave. Okay.
Because of their cultural practices.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but I see a grave here. Which one are they? People who were also.
This grave, as our ancestor told us, meaning our grandparents, this is a grave of a woman that was used as a sacrifice for the construction of this town,
Okay.
Zoza. Her name was, there are some breakup now up here. Her name was one woman, Titama. One woman, Titama, who was one of the founder of, you can see here, founder of Zoza, and was a sacrifice. I think this was, you seen it?
Yeah, it was sacrifice.
Okay, it was a sacrifice. You can see Sacrifice.
All right, so I mean, so
this sacrifice of Zoza. I think you can see Zoza spare here. Yeah.
So, is there the real pronunciation that we have today, Zoza, or there's a way that you pronounce it as Loma?
It's Zoza.
Zoza.
Yeah. Zoza.
Okay.
Yeah. To hold together.
So you guys are holding together. But then after years, we have seen the transformation. Do they still practice the normal? What are the traditional practices that go on here?
Well, for here, the Loma have a good serving tradition, which everything cannot be explained.
Okay, serving.
But the main one that I practice that you can find it in book and look at it and read about it is a para and a sani. Yeah, okay. It's well practiced here. We just go through with the para and butch and I think about some months ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it was last year. That ended. That is still being practiced here. Okay. And you got traditional women who are still practicing Sundays activities around here.
So you made mention of the fact that this place was established by a hunter. How do people survive in Zoza? Are they hunters or are they farmers? What do they do? Before they made the modernization.
What happens here is we are farmers, okay, and we are hunters and we are business people. And our farming and it's not only surrounding maybe rest farming. There are other people who got cash crops. They are involved in cash cropping here. And it's also right now more than for people to survive. You see, like you got businesses around all Zorzor here. We are incorporated other strangers who are living with us in Zorzor here. And in here, people are even doing small money that the youth are doing small money. There are other livelihoods programs going on here by other international organizations that are incorporating other people to see how well they can meet up with the demand of the new age.
All right, before we get to the next stage of this interview, like I said, people from Zoza, LOFA County, it's always good to go back to your root to know exactly where you come from. Because if you don't know where you come from, definitely you don't know where you're going. And that's why we're talking to Zeze. Zeze understand the culture and tradition and the history of this area. This is not my first time meeting with him, but when I got to Zoza, the county diary want to educate people so that people learn about where they come from. And that is very much important. So I want us to talk a bit, maybe in just 5 minutes, to talk about the people who consider Loma in Liberia. How this tribe came to existence.
Okay, when you're speaking about the Loma tribe, and you are speaking about the people from the Mende, because in Liberia we got the Mende speaking people. In Liberia we got the male speaking people, and in Liberia we got the Kwa speaking people. So when you're talking about the Loma, we are from the Mende speaking background. We are considered as a Mende. Good. We are Mende speaking background, which comprises of the Loma, the Pele, the Mandingos, the Bani, and the Fulanis and the Mende themselves. Yeah. And all of us
are the Fulani are also Mende.
I'm talking about the Mandingos, the Kisi rather. Yeah, the Kisi. The Kisi, the Bandi. The Fulanis are not in our arena. We are talking about the Loma. We are talking about the Pele. Talking about the Bandi. The Mandingos, the Kisi, and that of the Mende themselves. Yeah. So we are Mende speaking people. And we hail from Mali. Yeah, I think once you hear in Asian history, you can hear about something because Sandiata, Kaikas, Mangrove County, all those people, Masakanka, Musa. There was life in the savannah and history to us, and there were all of us were. But because there was a constant disagreement among the chiefs in those places, so a migration took place based on who is competent, because those days, our leaders were great based on their skillfulness in war, how powerful they are, how many numbers of people they have behind them, how well they could protect those people when it comes to warfare.
Okay.
Because those days there was no modern equipment and machine guns and all of those things. So how natural and supernatural you have people. And like the king of that area in Mali and time at that time, had children. And among those children were one of his sons called Falikama. Falikama. The Mandingos called Funugaima.
I want for the camera to focus on this one more, because this is history. Yeah. Falikama. So that was one of the sons of the king
at that time.
Mali.
Yeah, in that area. Mm-hmm. And Falikama, you know the name Fale is a Mende name.
Okay.
Good for the Mende speaking people. And his Kamanin came from a Waste Mandingo background. Kamara. But changed to Kama. That's understanding.
Okay.
So the word Falekama, who became the grandfather of the Loma, the founder of the Loma people, migrated from the Mali and came down between the forest and that of the savannah land.
Okay.
There's a town called Musadu.
Musadu is currently in Guinea.
Yes, it's currently in the Republic of Guinea.
Yeah.
And Musadu was founded by he and his followers.
Thank God for me that I have traveled, I have entered Musadu before.
Okay.
That's a good thing. So I didn't know the link from the Loma to that particular area. Yeah. But I don't see no reason why would be like they men are Manigo, they men are Loma. Like
there were, you know, the division from us came when this religion came.
Okay.
Yeah, when this religion came. You know, Fali Kama during those days, the Mali, the Mende men.
So Fali Kama, you said that's a great grandfather of the Loma.
That's the founder of the Loma tribe, Fali Kama.
Okay.
He was the grandfather of the Loma people, but he born a child called from a Kisi woman. I think I've been hearing they say the Loma people we are nephew to the Kisi. Yeah. Right. Yeah. By the name of Falawubo. Yeah.
So the son of the Fali Kama was
Falawubo.
Okay.
And he born that child by a Kisi woman who were arrested by Fali Kama warriors those days. You know, tribes were like a survivor of the fittest.
Okay.
Yeah, tribes were settling, and those who had the power to overcome another people had the means to capture them.
So I want to get this one straight.
Yeah.
The Fali Kama, was he married to this woman? Also, now you're talking about she was a captive, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
she was not married because the father, the parents of a woman in our tradition when it comes to marry, only the father or the parent of a woman can turn that woman over to a man. But Kumba, which was a Kisi woman, was captured when Fali Kama warriors went in contact with the Kisi people in the northern. We're talking about Mansantana going to Dasa, Kisiduwe to Gekeduwe, and that Kumba was captured and Kumba was brought to Musadu, where the Ome was. But Kumba now begins so gentle, was hard working, although she never had parents and she was a slave now, working in a house. Because of her beauty and her kindness, the Ome to owe her a favor by engaging her one way or the other.
You see, so you can say Loma level. Our grandpa said, we like gentle women, women that that I can't have yeah. But I go ahead.
So when I had the Ome to have interest, but there was nobody to train Kumba over to the Ome.
Okay.
Yeah, and at that time, those are African kings, or they had a lot of women. The life of polygamy was being practiced, It's nothing in the African culture, meaning in the Loma tradition when it comes.
So in the Loma, you can marry as many as you
want. Of course, that's an African culture.
Now, I mean, like the way other people can say 4, you can marry.
You can any amount you wish to, but they have laws.
Okay.
If you take those women, you should be able to take care of them and take their responsibility. Equally.
Wow. All right.
Or those that have their hair, who is a hair woman, but when that particular woman is married to you, the responsibility is tied onto you. That person is not a slave for you, but that person should be